Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Shave in Solitude. I hope all of you guys are doing really well. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of a razor by the Karve Shaving Company called as the Karve Bison. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to share some specs about the razor. Now, Karve Shaving Company, basically the company is based in Canada. And they have been making razors, I think, since 2017. Now, Karve Shaving Company previously used to be a shop which used to make components for, I believe, the oil and gas people. And then they went ahead and they got into shaving gear. So from around 2017 onwards, they've gone ahead and they've made quite a few razors. Again, just sharing something on the screen for you guys in terms of what are the razors that they typically sell. Now, in the middle of 2025, as this video is being made, unfortunately, Karve is not selling anything to the US clients right now because of the entire tariffs and how much it actually costs. So in the future, when you're watching this video, we don't know what the situation is, or in case if you are getting any of these razors up for a sale in any kind of a forum and you want to know, hey, you know what, should I go ahead and pick it up? I'm hoping that this video is going to go ahead and help you. Now, this razor by itself is quite a mild razor. It's finished very well. I hope you guys can see that. Beautiful finishing on the razor. It's a simple 3-piece razor. So it comes apart in this particular way. That's the handle. That's the bottom cap. You'll notice that the shave channels on this bottom cap are huge. So even if you're trying to, shave 3-4 days of growth, I don't think any clogging issues will be there. And then this is obviously the top cap. So what I have realized when I use this razor is, given that it's slightly mild, for my skin and because I look for a BBS shave every time, what helps is to use a sharper blade. So feathers are what I normally use with this. You could obviously go ahead, you could try something else as well. But for the purposes of this shave, feather is what I'll use. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to load a twice used feather blade. So you load up the blade in this particular way, you put the bottom cap on, and then you screw the razor back together. It requires a few more twists right at the very end to make sure that the blade is clamped in the right way. So here is how the razor looks. As you guys can see, I picked up this color. They had many colors which were solid colors. There were a couple of them which had this dual tone, and I think this really makes the razor pop. So that's about the razor. So I'm going to be using a very simple Magad's brush. I think this is one of their cheapest brushes, but it's nice. It's soft, sprays quite well. Doesn't have too much of a backbone, but that's okay. I've had a very busy week, but would love to get a very nice lather and shave on, but I really don't have the time today. I'm working with a couple of days of growth. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to use the leaf shave soap. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to load up the lather into the shaving brush, lather up my face, and let's get started. All right guys, starting to do the lather. So I knew I was going to make this video. Just a couple of days back, I was on the Karve Shaving website where they were talking that because of the tariff, they had stopped selling all of their stainless steel and brass razors to the US. But the bison was still being sold. Today, just before I made the video, I thought, hey, I just want to be sure in case somebody wants to buy. And I logged in just 5 minutes back. And that is when I noticed that they're saying that they can't even sell this. So this costs around, in terms of dollars, US dollars, I think it's around 79. And they said with the tariffs, they could have around $90 of tariff over and beyond the 79, which is why they just went ahead, they just stopped selling. So just let you guys know. All right, let's get the lather built on the face. I think the lather is a little dry for me. Just gonna dip the tips like I do. I had tried getting one of those spray bottles that you would have seen other people use as well. But then I noticed I don't like that sensation of the spray going all over the face. I might try it again though, because I think that really may be a better solution. So do you guys use any spray bottle? Or how is it that you add water to the lather once it's on the face? Do comment, do tell me. I'm willing to see, maybe somebody does something that I've never even thought of. All right. Lather looks okay. Just to let you guys know, I haven't taken a shower or something like that because this is the end of my work day. I just finished my work day, but hey, these days, do you really finish your work day? You're pretty much on all the time, right? Such is the nature of technology. They said it was supposed to make things easier. It was supposed to make things simpler. Anyway, that's a rant for a different day, different topic. All right, let's get started. Lining up the sideburns. A lot of stubble. Don't know whether you guys can see that. Yeah, so using a feather blade with this razor, I think is the right thing to do because overall you get minimal blade feel. Now because of that, what also might happen is you might go ahead and end up digging in a little bit too much because you are not really feeling the blade. There you guys go. Okay. One more thing that you'll notice that I'm doing is I'm having to go the same area multiple times. So what I've noticed with the razor is somehow, at least with my hair and my skin type or whatever you might want to go and call it, that one pass in that area is not able to take off the hair that I want. So I have to go through it multiple times. Just letting you guys know, just in case if you guys face the same thing as well. This is not a fancy soap, but it has the sufficient amount of slickness that you require to get your shave done. There you go. Right, let me wash my face and come back for pass number 2. So we're back. Generally, I've noticed in most of the razors that I use, the first pass takes care of my cheeks quite well. But this whole area and the neck, as you guys can hear, that doesn't get taken care of. So if I ever decide to keep a goatee, I think I'll be able to get my shaves done a lot more faster. All right, let's lather up for the second time. All right, I think we're good. Let's do pass number 2. Again, a lot of hair, as you guys can see. So it almost seems like I have to blade buff quite a bit. In order to get the smoothness that I need. Which is why, although I like the razor, I don't reach for it very frequently. So the reason why I make all these faces when I'm shaving, and this is mainly maybe for younger guys. So when you're young, your skin is a lot more taut, a lot more tighter, and then as you start to age, your skin becomes a little soft. By doing all of this, what you're trying to do is you're trying to tighten the skin so that when the razor then goes on it, it can take off the hair in one single shot. All right, we're done with pass number 2. Let me wash up and come back for pass number 3. All right, guys, we're back after pass number 2. Getting there. Let's apply the lather for pass number 3. At times, the lather on my videos, you might say it looks a little thin, but it's not about how thin or thick it looks. It's about how it feels on your face. Does it feel that it has got sufficient hydration? Because that is what's going to make sure that the razor is able to glide. All right. Let's do pass number 3. Now the cheeks. Nice. So feels super mild, guys. All right, the most sensitive area on my face. Mustache. All right, let me wash up. Let's see how's it that we did. All right, we're almost done with the shave, guys. Cheeks are good. A little bit of touch up in these typical areas. A little bit touch up here. This is good. All right. A little bit of a pickup, touch up pulse. All right. We're doing the pickup pass now, guys. We're almost done. That's it, guys. We're done. Let me wash up and let's put the alum to see how the shave went. All right, we're back. We've done a hot water rinse followed by a cold water rinse and then wet the alum under cold water. Yeah, my slight bit of feedback that I get in my sensitive areas. Maybe just slightly more because as I showed you for this razor, I've had to blade buff almost my whole face, without which I am not able to get a BBS shape that I'm looking for. Again, that might be specific to my situation. You may be able to get away with a normal three-pass shave or two-pass shave based on what is it that you're looking for, BBS or a damp fine shave. But overall, it's not that, oh my God, it really tore my face up. No, that is not the case. So let's keep this for 30 seconds. Let's wash up Then let's put the splash. So guys, we're back. Um, like I was sharing, although we did our multi-pass shave, when I was going to apply the aftershave, I can again feel that there are certain areas that I have not been able to achieve the BBS. So this is what I'm talking about, that the razor seems to be a little bit too mild for my personal taste. But again, that is because I'm running after the BBS and you may not be, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, I think I got it this time. Let me wash up again. So I finished off again, put the alum one more time, just to be sure, in case there are any small nicks and cuts in this area that I had to again shave. It's taken care of, and yeah, there was no burning. So for the purposes of the aftershave today, we are going to be using a product from Level 3. Now, Sean Staplefield, one of my friends in the shaving world, uh, I'm sure you might have seen his channel. He pretty much does only straight razor shaves. I had asked him that, if I want to get down that particular route and I want to start with a straight razor, but I'm a little scared if I want to start with a shavette. So he told me to get one particular shavette from the Level 3 brand. So I picked it up. Yet to try it. I'm still scared. So let's see. So while I was picking that up, I picked up some of these as well. These were like for $4 or $5. Super cheap. So this comes in a spray. So I'm just going to spray some in the palm of my hand. Rub it together. Nice. When you look at these aftershaves, which cost like $5-6 for such a large bottle, obviously you have this topic of, okay, if I buy these fancy aftershaves with a matching soap, the aftershave might be around $20-25 or $20, let's say. Soap is $20, $40. Do I really need to spend that? Well, that's a topic that I will bring up in the next maybe couple of months. I have a few thoughts. Anyway, leaving that on the side. So my final thoughts on the Karve Bison Razor. So as you guys saw, it was able to take off a couple of days of growth. But at the same point of time, I think you would have also noticed that I needed to go over the areas multiple times. So my skin is not that sensitive is what I have seen over years. Maybe it was when I was a lot more younger, but right now it is not. So my skin can take that. And again, I'm doing that primarily because I want a BBS shave. In case if you're not looking for a BBS shave, if you're okay with a couple of passes damn fine shave, this will be perfect for you. But keep in mind, it's a little mild, so try to use it with a sharper blade. Feathers work for me, something else might work for you. But also keep in mind, middle of 2025, unfortunately, you're not able to buy any Karve Shaving Company products here in the US. We don't know what the situation will be, but as and when, let's say, the entire tariff situation gets resolved, and if you want to pick it up, this is a pretty good way to go ahead and get started. Just keep in mind what I shared with you about being a little mild. So that's about it, guys. That's all that I have for the video. I hope that your weekend goes extremely well. I hope you have a great week ahead. I hope you have a wonderful time at work. Be happy, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video in the next week. Thank you so much. And hey, by the way, I should have probably said this at the start of the video. Guys, around 95% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So in case if you don't mind, if you can hit the subscribe button, it really helps. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.